$12 million, a new face, and one stupid Google search. He stole $12 million, surgically changed his face, hid for almost a year. And just when police were about to give up, he gave himself away, but not in the way you'd think. This isn't a movie, this is South Korea, 2024, and this story will show you that, in the digital world, no one can truly disappear. L&A Creative Lab presents Can You Really Escape a Digital Trail? Who he was and how it started. Let's call him Jian, an ordinary financial consultant from Seoul. Sharp suit, expensive watch, convincing smile. That's exactly how he appeared to 158 people who handed him their life savings. The scheme was classic, but executed flawlessly. He promised returns of 20 to 30% per year. He showed forged reports. He took clients to exclusive meetings, early investors even received payouts, just enough to keep them recruiting others. A textbook pyramid, but at a scale that's hard to comprehend. In 2 years, he collected $12 million pause, and then he simply vanished. But before he disappeared, he did something no fraudster in this case had ever done before. Something that was supposed to save him, and almost did. Crypto, cash, and a new identity. Jian was no amateur. He had planned his escape long in advance. He laundered the money through crypto, converting it into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, spreading it across dozens of wallets, then cashing out through anonymous exchanges in multiple countries. Tracing that chain is incredibly difficult, even for Interpol specialists. Then, plastic surgery. He reshaped his nose, his chin, even had his eyelids corrected. Before and after, to completely different faces. His own mother might not have recognized him. His phone, switched off and destroyed on day one. In its place, a rotating series of disposable SIM cards, swapped every few weeks, no accounts in his name, no bank cards, and constant movement. Seoul, Bisan, a small coastal town, move again. The perfect fugitive, so how did they find him? The answer isn't where you'd expect. He wasn't recognized on the street. No friend turned him in. The banking system didn't flag anything. He was betrayed by one tiny detail, something he thought didn't matter at all. The investigation. The Korean cyber police launched a massive investigation. 158 victims. These aren't faceless statistics. These are real complaints, real amounts, real transfer receipts. Detectives began building a digital portrait of the suspect, which devices he used before disappearing, which networks he connected to, which services he visited. And here's where it gets interesting. Even when you swap phones and SIM cards, you still leave a device fingerprint, a unique combination of browser settings, screen resolution, time zone, installed fonts. Nearly impossible to change without specialized knowledge. Analysts spotted a pattern. The same digital fingerprint was appearing across different parts of the country, through different SIM cards, but from the same device type, with identical browser configurations. He thought he was changing phones. He never changed his habits. And here, the investigation made a move no one had made before. They stopped looking for his face. They started looking for his search queries. The fatal mistake. Even when you change everything on the outside, you stay the same on the inside. Analyzing activity across the suspect devices, investigators noticed a pattern in the search history, news about his own case. Jian was regularly searching to see if there were new suspects, whether anyone had been arrested, whether a warrant had been issued. Psychologically, completely understandable. Forensically, a death sentence. Every search was logged. Geolocation wasn't always precise, but triangulating signals from multiple cell towers gave a radius of 200 to 300 meters. At the same time, police pulled footage from thousands of surveillance cameras in areas where device activity was detected. Analysts spent hundreds of hours studying gait, posture, body proportions, not faces, silhouettes. And after several weeks, a match. A camera at a bus stop in a small town caught a man with a distinctive walk, same posture, same tilt of the head. But even then, police didn't move immediately. They needed to be sure, so they waited, they watched. And that decision turned out to be everything. The arrest. Police placed the building under surveillance. He was renting a room under a fake name, of course. 2 weeks of silence, no movement, no contact. And then, he walked out, just to buy groceries. Officers took him quietly, no chase, no drama. He didn't resist. According to investigators, when they told him his real name, he just looked down. Inside the room they found $75,000 in cash, all that remained of $12 million. Several disposable phones, forged documents, a notebook with plans, things he still wanted to do. Where did the rest go? Some is locked in crypto wallets investigators are still trying to access. Some was almost certainly spent. From $12 million, less than 1% remained. And here's what's most striking about this story. Not that they caught him, but why he failed, and what that means for every single one of us. The lesson. Jian did everything right by the old rules of going on the run. New face, anonymous money, minimal trace. But he miscalculated one thing. The digital world forgets nothing. Not like a human, selectively, with gaps, but completely, with timestamps, geolocation, and cross-referenced connections. Plastic surgery changes your face. It doesn't change your walk. It doesn't change your habit of Googling your own name. It doesn't change your browser fingerprint. And here's the paradox: the harder he tried to disappear, the more data he left behind. Every new SIM card, a new record. Every new city, a new camera. Every search query, a new dot on the map. We have this illusion that the internet lets us be anonymous. This case proves otherwise. Not just for criminals, for everyone. We all leave a trail. The only question is who reads it, and when. If stories like this are your thing, subscribe. Next week, another case where a criminal hid perfectly, almost.